everyone, it's Ms. Goldman. We are here for our 29th math lesson of Eureka Module 5. We are very close to the end, and everybody's been doing a really good job with the work. I love seeing the work that you're turning in to me. I can tell you're working really hard on it, and as always, I am making live lessons at 11 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully I will see you there tomorrow for that lesson. And remember, if you cannot see all the images, you can print this out, or you can use the PDF and rewrite this on the Google Doc. If you are printing these out, please make sure you are sending me pictures of your work so you can receive credit. And as always, if I'm going too fast, make sure to pause this and let's get going. So for this lesson, it says label each shaded fraction and then use greater than, less than, or equal to compare. The first one has been done for you. So we see 2/6 has been shaded and 2/3 has been shaded. And then when we're comparing, 2/3 is greater than 2/6, so 2/6 is less than 2/3. So it's your job to do the next 3 problems. All right, we are going to go over the answers. If you need more time, just press pause. So as you can see, for number 2, we have 3/4 and 3/8, and 3/4 is greater than 3/8. For number 3, I have 1/4 and 1/2, and 1/4 is less than 1/2. And finally, 4/4 is greater than 4/6. So let's keep going. So for this next one, it says partition each number line into the units labeled on the left. Then use the number line to compare the fractions. So we have halves, fourths, and eighths. So you can see I put in one of the lines for us for the halves, but remember fourths, it would be here. And for eighths, it would be here. Let's see if I can make this one a little bit better for you. But I know you are starting to get the idea. And you are going to compare greater than and less than and equal to with these fractions. So if you see for A, we have 3/8 and 3/4. So here would be 3/8 right here. And here is 3/4. So as you can see, 3/4 is bigger than 3/8. So you can do B and C now. All right. And we are going to start moving on to go over the answers. So as you can see, here was my 3/4. Over here for B, 4/4 is greater than 4/8. And if I were to highlight that for you to see it, you have 4/4, which is the whole thing, and 4/8, which is half. I'm going to do this next one in green so you can see it. So here's 2/4, and here is 2/8. So again, 2/4 is greater than 2/8. And as we've said before, we want to think of these little greater than, less than symbols as the hungry alligator who wants to have the bigger piece of cake or pizza or food. So let's keep going. So for this next problem, you can see I did it out. It says draw your own model to compare the following fractions. So you can draw these out however you want. we had 3/10 and 3/5, so you can see I drew them out and I highlighted them, so I wrote 3, and my alligator is telling me 3/5 is bigger than 3/10. So it's your job now to do problem number 7, 2/6 and 2/8. So I'm going to go over the answers. If you need more time, just press pause as always. Trying to keep it so you're not listening to a video with silence. So let's go over problem number 7 now, which you just did. As we can see, 2/6 is greater than 2/8 because remember, we have the same numerator, so as long as the numerator is the same number, which it is this time, it's 2, we want to think about how many times we would want to cut our pieces of cake or pie or pizza into slices, and if you have 6, you're going to have a little bit of a bigger piece than an eighth. So let's keep going. So now it says John ran 2/3 of a kilometer after school, and Nicholas ran 2/5 of a kilometer after school. Who ran the shorter distance? Use the model below to support your answer. Be sure to label one hole as one whole kilometer. Sorry, kilometer. I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm sorry, which I'm sure some of you are laughing at right now. So you can see I have them as 2 different colors. So you can just highlight. So you have John as 1. So you do John and Nicholas. And remember you want to find the shortest distance. So take your time. All right, we're going to go over the answer. And you can see I kept them as the highlighted colors. So I said Nicholas ran the shorter distance, and be sure to label one hole as one hole. I did my one hole, but you could also write it as this. Remember, we have, let's get in the right color so you'll be able to see it. So we'll try red. 3/3 and 5/5. And remember, this was John and this was Nicholas. Let's keep going to our last problem. So it says Erica ate 2/9 of a licorice stick. Robbie ate 2/5 of an identical licorice stick. Who ate more? Use the model to support your answer. So this is the same thing as this last problem we just did, except now we want to find more. So remember, you have Erica and we have Robbie. So take your time. All right, and I'm going to go over the answers now. So here's the answer. As you can see, I didn't highlight them in different colors this time because I also didn't underline them in different colors, but I did make sure I labeled my work, which is what you need to be doing. And you can see I highlighted Erica's 2/9 and Robbie's 2/5, and Robbie ate more licorice. So that was the end of this lesson, and I hope to see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock for our next math lesson. And as always, I miss you. Stay safe, be smart, go for the gold, and see you tomorrow. Bye.